Up next on Phantom TV, it is another edition of the Phantom Focus. On today's show, Kaitlyn Casiano talks with Dr. Fegley about progress on the Early Learning Center, upcoming district events, and the Kindergarten Center. All of that and more, starting right now.
Welcome to the show, Dr. Fegley. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for having me, Kaitlyn. It's great to be here.
So we're just going to jump right into it. I know the district sends out weekly updates regarding the progress on the Early Learning Center. What's the latest you can tell us about the project?
Sure. Yes, Mr. Johnson is doing a great job sending out weekly updates to anyone who wishes to sign up for them. And if you want to sign up for them, all you have to do is go to our website and you can click on a link and it will automatically start receiving them. If you don't want to receive those updates, you can go on the website, and we have them going all the way back up so you can see the progress that's taking place in the project. Right now, the big progress this week is we have poured, I think, somewhere in the area of 200 to 300 yards of concrete to start doing the retention basin work, and do the water flow management that we need to do. That's great news. Unfortunately, all that concrete gets buried, so you never really see it. So it doesn't look like we're doing a whole lot, but it's a lot of good work that's taking place. We hope to also take some pictures by a drone today. We have one of our staff members has a drone and has been volunteering to come in, and if you go out on our website, you'll see some pictures from high up, and that's from his drone. So we're hoping they'll be able to get some good pictures today so people can see the progress. We believe that by mid-December we should be pouring the foundation of the building. So things are going along well. We've been fortunate. The weather's been really, really good.
And the November election brought some changes to the school board. What are your thoughts on the new board members or the outgoing board members?
Sure. Well, first I'd like to thank the 3 outgoing board members, actually 4 outgoing board members for their service. Mr. Slanica, Mr. Ziv, Mr. Khan, and Mrs. Potts. Number of them, they've all served at least 4 years. Some of them served as many as 8 years on the board. And their service has been really excellent. It has been during a time when I believe this district has grown tremendously through adding lots of different courses and lots of different opportunities for all students at all grade levels. They've seen the completion of the middle school under their tenure. They've started the work on a new early learning center in elementary school. So they've been doing lots of hard work, and I thank them for all their work and their leadership. The new board members, I'm excited to have them come on board. We know who 3 of them are, Mr. Doherty, Mrs. Longo, and Mr. Ellis. The 4th new board member will be selected at the December 7th board meeting. That's because Mrs. Potts recently resigned, and so the board must reappoint a new board member within 30 days. So that appointment will take place at the December 7th board meeting. Right now, and I don't know how quickly this will air, but right now we actually have open applications, so anyone who wishes to be a board member may apply. They will then be interviewed on December 7th, and the board will then vote on whom they would like to sit on the board with them. So if people are seeing this and it is before November 23rd at 4 o'clock, you can still apply. Up until that point on November 23rd at 4 o'clock, applications are to be sent to my attention by email. They have to be in my hand by 4 o'clock that day, and then all those applicants will be considered.
And for each show, we like to highlight a specific school in the building. For today's show, we're going to talk about the Kindergarten Center.
Okay, great.
How's the year moving along there? And I know recently they had an informational meeting for the community. How'd that go?
Well, why don't we start with that? That meeting happened this past week. It went very, very well. Very well attended. It was great to see so many folks in attendance coming and learning about what the great things that are happening at the Kindergarten Center. A number of faculty were present to help explain the programs and show what they do in the classroom and give the parents an idea of what is taking place. We know, though, that some parents weren't able to attend, so we're also having open houses that anyone can sign up for. Any parent can sign up to come in. The next ones are on December 7th and December 11th. They're during the daytime. One is in the morning, one's in the afternoon. I encourage folks to sign up. We'll have 2 per month from now until March for people to come in and visit the Kindergarten Center and see the great things that are happening there. The year got off to a tremendous start. The students have been doing really well. It's been fun to be over there to watch them as they start learning how to do their reading and all that other great stuff that they take place. And I don't know if you remember, if you were ever a Cub at the Kindergarten Center, they still do the Cubs program, so they're all excited about being Cubs and how that's going.
Do they still do the teddy bear picnic?
They do. Yeah, at the end of the year, the teddy bear picnic's a great time as they all celebrate a successful year. Yeah.
And of course, we're in the process of changing sports seasons. Take a moment to talk about the importance of youth leagues in Phoenixville and how the district works with them to promote athletic competition.
Sure. To grow a sports program, you really need to start from the young ones on up. So my view, the board's view, administration's view of the head coach of any of the sports here in the district are they should help be the leaders of the entire community program. Not that they're running the community program, but that they're working with the leaders of the community programs to help build the program for the high school. There's been several of the coaches recently that are doing just outstanding jobs. Mr. Breezeblatt, Mr. Winters are doing some really great jobs of going with the community. And that's really doing a great job of helping to grow the program. Our basketball coach is also doing a wonderful job of meeting with the other coaches, the CYO coaches and the open coaches, and helping them understand what system he is putting in place in order to grow the programs. So it is a very important aspect. I hope all students and all kids, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, start playing sports and for the fun of it and to learn how to go about doing it. It's always great. It was great to see the young ones in football practice outside my office this past year as they're running around starting to learn what the plays are. It was just really neat to see those 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds having a great time. And that's what it's about, having a good time on sports. But then as you build a program, having really winning teams at the high school level.
Now I wanted to get back to some board business.
Okay.
Recently, the district was able to reach a contract agreement with one of its unions. Tell us about that.
Sure. It's actually the union that is combined. So it was actually with two unions, the two support unions, but they've now combined into one unit, or in the process of combining into one unit. And they asked for what's called early bird negotiations. Early bird negotiations is a process where we get together starting in September, October at the latest usually, and we sit there and have a discussion about what we would like to see for the upcoming years. Both sides came in very much willing to work together, and I believe with a spirit of working to solve and come to a contract solution. And I believe that because in the end we now have a 5-year agreement with the union, and it provided good raises for folks. It also provided good benefits, but also gave the district some of the its needs to make sure that we did not go into what's called a Cadillac tax. That's when you're looking at the overall medical plans that are out there. Some of our plans could go all the way up and then start to be taxed by the government at a very high rate. So that would be a 40% rate. So we were very concerned as a district that we not go into the Cadillac tax mode. And so by working together, we were able to come up with an agreement that keeps the district and those employees out of the Cadillac tax, and while being able to provide them with substantial wages increases. And
you continue to receive feedback from graduates of Phoenixville High School. What's the latest you can share with us?
That's a great question. Actually, I can pick on your brother for a little bit at Temple, because I actually talked to your mom recently, and she was telling me how well he's doing, and then you confirmed that he's actually was able to go into Temple. He's going to be a senior officially, but he went in as he could have been a junior, should have been a junior right now, but he went in with so many credits that he skipped a year. Yeah. And so that was a great thing. As I said to you, I don't think he's going to leave a year early. He's probably going to do some other stuff, and your mom probably agreed with us, but it was good. But we also got another story that recently came in about a man, Mr. Hirsch, wrote about his son Matthew, who was a graduate from Phoenixville Area High School. After he graduated, he went to Franklin and Marshall College in Lancaster, and then to Drexel University College of Medicine. And from there, he is now up at Mount Sinai in the New York Eye and Ear Infirmary of Mount Sinai, doing some really great work as a faculty member up there. And the father says it's time that the Phoenixville Area High School more than prepared him for his future success. So those are just two great stories. One, your brother who's currently doing very, very well, from what I understand, and a graduate from 1999 who's now up at Mount Sinai doing some great work up there.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Dr. Fegley.
Thank you very much for having me. It was great to be here, Kaitlyn.